Greetings to all of you gathered for your 50th anniversary of graduating from Bellefontaine High School, class of 1962. Greetings from Littleton, Colorado, where Margaret and I now reside near our daughter, who is welcoming us here from after the news of our leaving Cincinnati after 46 years due to a fatal disease, which is Lou Gehrig's disease, which we are now dealing with. But we are enjoying being with you in this manner and appreciate Joe Shiveley and all the committee for making this possible for us to be a part of your day. Some of the memories that I have of Bellefontaine are, of course, you got to mention the first concrete street, the high point, and the matter of the highest point in the state of Ohio. But I remember coming into the community as a young teacher right out of college, Rio Grande College, Rio Grande, Ohio, and being offered a job teaching of all, might be surprised, juniors and seniors. That was a kind of an awesome decision for a superintendent to make. I was only 4 or 5 years older than you people. Your class was my 5th class out of the 6 years that we spent there. And we lived in a mobile home on 609 Cooper Street, just a short distance from Tim Hassel, part of your class, and Sandy Grant Day, who was in the class before yours, and enjoyed that place over many years, over the 6 years. The memories I have are being asked to start a tennis program at Bellefontaine High School, which we did. And lo and behold, after 5 years, we had won the Western Buckeye League. And I would just like to thank all those who participated in that program, which made it a fun experience. The other things I remember very quickly are Indian Lake, and Mr. Henry, your principal of the high school, helped me to get a hold of a canoe, so I might be able to enjoy some of the things that were up at the lake and less costly. I still have that canoe. And Kenny Haar, the shop teacher, made me a motor mount in which I could put a 1939 Evinrude motor on that canoe if I got tired of paddling. What a neat memory. Another neat memory is John and Ann Meyer welcoming us into your Calvary Baptist Church, making us feel at home. Frank Wish, who owned Hopewell Dairy, who provided me with a summer job to earn some extra income. Rutan Park and the record hops that I was in charge of with putting a loudspeaker on a Corvair car and parking it on the tennis courts. And then in your classes that you had, Walter Cronkite and 20th Century Movies every Friday. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did.
What did you do when you left Bellefontaine?
When Margaret and I left Bellefontaine, it was to start a new adventure in the matter of pursuing a master's degree in guidance and counseling, which was a special interest area of mine stemming from my interest in sociology, which some of you were in that class, and you know I enjoyed that class very much. There was grants being offered by going to certain universities around the United States. I applied at 3 different places, one of which was University of Wyoming. And lo and behold, after taking a course at Wittenberg down in Springfield, which made me eligible for that, they accepted me. So we left Bellefontaine simply to go on and get a master's degree for 9 months out in the University of Wyoming. That was the reason we left. Then when the year was over, there was not an opening in guidance and counseling at Bellefontaine High School, so I accepted a job at Jackson, Ohio for 1 year in guidance and counseling. Then the superintendent that hired me at Bellefontaine had ended up at Princeton High School in Cincinnati, and he hired me to be a guidance counselor at Princeton High School, Cincinnati, Ohio, where we stayed the remainder of my 36 years in education.
What have you done since retiring?
Wow, since retiring, I've done all kinds of things. And that was back in 93, exactly 30, and I've been retired since then. One thing I did was to become a car jockey, which means simply to deal with dealer trades for a dealership that had 12 different motor vehicles. And I traveled within 100 to 200 to 300 miles per day trading new cars. I went on mission trips with our local church group to Venezuela, Peru, Philippines, and Dominican Republic. I taught a class at a college in psychology and traveled to Europe, traveled with my wife and my brother, and traveled to England. And so just traveling in general would be the best way to sum it up. And then just staying busy in our local church. In conclusion, let me just add by saying that my 6 years at Bellefontaine are a highlight in my life and career. And we have always had strong feelings for the community as being a great place to work and raise a family. Those of you that have been there all that time, you already know that. But I just want to share that with you. And you helped me in those years as a young teacher to be ready to move on to the next adventure, which was that of being a guidance counselor at a public high school. I thank you for being a part of your activities by this method and wish I could have been there with you. But I would simply close by saying that one day there is a bigger reunion, and I'm looking forward to being in that big reunion in the sky. And the Lord is with me, and I trust Him for the days that are before me, and wish you all well.